But what we need to talk to Merce about now is what happened at...
Now, the first leg was overshadowed by alleged racist abuse directed at Vinícius Júnior by Benfica midfielder Gianluca Prestianni. Well, some comments from Benfica boss Jose Mourinho as well, in which he said that trouble follows Vinícius Júnior wherever he goes. Well,
Mourinho will not be speaking at the Benfica press conference tomorrow. It's very interesting. A lot of backlash around Jose Mourinho, given what happened in their Champions League game against Real Madrid, where Vinícius Júnior alleged racist abuse. Mourinho involved in the discussions around whether what happened was Vinícius's fault or not. So he's not going to be involved in a mandatory press conference. He's not going to be involved in a press conference. They don't have to hold a mandatory press conference before their league game against AVS on Saturday. He's going to speak instead to the club's channels to preview the game. So the next opportunity that journalists will get to question Jose Mourinho then will be on Tuesday before Wednesday's Champions League playoff second leg game against Real Madrid. So you can imagine there'll be a hot attention on that one there. Jose Mourinho facing some of the headlines really there after Vinícius Júnior alleged racist abuse in that first leg match, that first leg playoff match in the Champions League between Benfica and Real Madrid. So more on that then as we get it there.
Prestianni is a coward. He's an absolute coward because no one will ever know, only him and Vinícius Júnior. For him to pull his shirt over his mouth and then now we're having to have this conversation about did it happen? Didn't it happen? His reaction, Vinícius Júnior is not going to lie with something as serious as that. When you see that moment there, you almost just feel sorry for Vinícius Júnior. And then reaction from the crowd, they're giving him some. They might not know the situation, but everyone's on social media now. People know what's going on. And for him to get that abuse after he was the one who allegedly got abused, I just don't think it's right.
The alleged racism incidents last night during the game between Benfica and Real Madrid, he says there's absolutely no room for racism in football and those who are responsible must be held to account. He also commends the referee, he names him, Francois Letixier, for activating the anti-racism protocols which have been put in place by UEFA and FIFA. And he finishes off by saying that FIFA and football shows full solidarity to victims of racism and any form of discrimination. He says, I will always continue to reiterate no to racism, no to any form of discrimination. So very, very strong words from the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino. I suppose some cynics would say we always get strong words from FIFA and UEFA, but strong words doesn't necessarily always translate into strong action.
Say that he brings it upon himself. I think it's outrageous. I think it's totally unfair. Vinícius Júnior comes under criticism all the time because he's the one getting racially abused. So you can't say that he brings it upon himself or, it's always when Vinícius Júnior's on a football pitch. Well, it's because he's the one getting targeted. And I think his comments in reflection, I think he will regret them. I think he's made a massive mistake. And I think he's bang out of order to question Vinícius Júnior for celebrating a brilliant goal that he's entitled to do.
Jose Mourinho actually has antagonised crowds before, not faced racial abuse, alleged racist abuse.
He's so contradicting, right? How can he sit there, Jose Mourinho, and tell him about scoring a goal and being respectful when Jose Mourinho is one of the managers in world football that when you big moments and big goals, Jose Mourinho runs on the pitch. I've seen him run down the line shushing the fans. So don't tell me he can sit there with a straight face and say, yeah, you shouldn't do that. He should be respectful. What are you on about? Well, we're going to stop players celebrating amazing goals in the Champions League in a massive game. Come on. Vinícius Júnior didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion. The celebration was absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with it. The referee was out of order, in my opinion, for even booking him, which caused even more of a problem. But Jose Mourinho's comments, I think, are bang out of order.
Yeah, even if he did antagonise the crowd, you don't deserve racist abuse.